Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ian from MaddenSchool.com and welcome into our Madden Lab. So today we're going to be going over how slow Madden 21 feels on next gen compared to current gen. It's a pretty hot topic right now, so we decided to run a bunch of tests, and what we found was pretty remarkable. So the first test we ran here is a 40-yard sprint with Tyreek Hill on current gen on the right and next gen on the left, and compared them side by side. We synced up the videos so that right at the first user input, both current and next gen start. And what you're going to see here is that Tyreek Hill on current gen finishes his 40-yard dash about 6 or 7 yards before the Tyreek Hill on next gen. But it really isn't that simple. And so as we go to a super slowed down version of this 40-yard dash, what you're going to notice is our current gen guy on the right gets his entire 6-yard or so lead from that first very split second when we snap the ball. He's already 6 yards ahead. And so after that first point, there's really no difference whatsoever in the speed of the two players. It's just how fast he gets off the line. So it really isn't a speed issue. It's more of a reaction to the user input issue, or maybe even an acceleration thing. So we're going to do the same thing here just with Sami Watkins, both current gen, next gen, and you can see is how fast the current gen gets off the line from a standing stop. Again, he wins by about 5 yards. Now if we go to this super slow-mo, you can see it's all about that first initial get off the line. On the right with the current gen, our first step is forward. He's really sprinting out there. On the left on next gen, we take like a half step back. We're super slow to get into our stride. And that's really the entire difference. And so that's going to lead me into the next test we're going to go over here. You're going to see we're doing 80-yard dashes now. And again, it's not going to be completely perfect just because we're going to try to run as straight as we can, but there's obviously going to be a little variation. I think on the next gen when we ran a slightly crooked, but it's not going to matter too much just for the general overview of this. And we're just going to go through the first 80-yard dash here, and then we're going to go into slow motion and break it down. Notice again, current gen's going to blow off next gen just right off the line. The guy in next gen's taking a step back, the guy in current gen's taking 2 steps forward, and that's the main difference in the running. And then as we go into a super slow motion of this 80-yard dash, again, look at how fast the current gen guy gets off the line, and the next gen guy gets off the line. And so what you're actually going to notice here, and what we noticed through our testing, is that the guy on next gen actually runs faster than the guy on current gen after that first 5 yards. But what happens is for the first half of a second, a player on current gen is 3 times faster than the same player on next gen. And in the first second, the speed on current gen is 2 times as fast as the same player on next gen. So it doesn't make a whole bunch of sense, but as we get here closer to the goal line, what you're going to notice, in a 40-yard dash, we lost by about 6-7 yards. In an 80-yard dash, we're 3.5, 4 yards behind. And so that's really the big difference. A lot of people are trying to put it into this really simple box where they say, hey, my guys on next gen aren't speedy or fast enough. But that's really easy to refute because all you have to do is look at the tape and you see, hey, Tyreek Hill is running a 4.25, 4.340, and that is the right or accurate 40 time for him. But it really isn't that simple. And I'm not going to say that players on current gen get a realistic jump off the line of scrimmage or from where they're running. It can look a little bit ridiculous if you see like Tyreek Hill just get shot out of a cannon from a standing dead stop into his first sprint. I'm not going to say that, but on next gen you can see, you tell the guy to go forward, it takes a second or two for you to get back to the spot you're already in. And when you kind of compound that with a slow turning, acceleration, agility type system, I think that is where that big difference is. So going forward and into Madden 22, let's not lobby for speedier, faster players. Let's ask for quicker acceleration or quicker response to our user input on the joystick. And so what it feels like they might have done in order to get these next-gen stats on next-gen consoles to kind of align properly is they noticed Tyreek Hill was running like a sub 4 second 40 time on the current gen, maybe like a 3.9 or so. Instead of distributing that speed better, they just kind of made him go nowhere for the first quarter to half of a second, maybe step backwards first, and now the 40 time looks about right at about 4.2, 4.3 or so seconds. So that's something that definitely could be improved, especially as we go into Madden 22. And every Madden player, whether you're casual or more hardcore, would definitely feel that improvement. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's Madden School breakdown. See you next time.